Go.
A lot been on my mind. Just main thing I always thought about was life and see where we want to go. Because in life, a lot of things happen. A lot of people know they want the big things in life. They want to, make it, be happy, be successful, be financially stable. But not everything goes that way. You can always say that when you're like 10, 11 years old. You want to do this and that. When you get to high school, when things happen, things mess up. And like, in life, you meet different various of obstacles, different levels, different devils. You know what I mean? That's what I always learned in church. But what I always also learned was that when you really sit down and really pray, a lot of blessings come. For me, I definitely know a man who felt we always had good things, but bad things always happen, so it never came out the way I wanted to. I always felt everything was against me, so being around certain people, good-hearted people, who always wanted the best of me and made me use your head and think. Because you can't have people in life that just treat you and just don't make you think. You gotta have people that challenge you in life, that speaks knowledge, that makes you feel different. So you wake up and be like, yo, I should do it like this, you feel me? Not like do it the way I was doing it. And over time, when you acquire that, you start to grind, start to make stuff happen, start seeing the doors open for you. And you gotta be humble when doors open for you. Because when you don't get humble, things get taken away, taken for granted. And anything in life that you take for granted, best believe it's gonna leave. Anything in life that you appreciate, it's gonna come tenfold. It's words of the wise. It's nothing to speak about. Damn time. We out here.
I have something to say. Hurry up, man. Alright, just to add to that, some real shit though, you gotta be genuine. You gotta be genuine about everything you do. That's what I try to do. And I just try to do the right thing. Because it's like, this world is designed to make you so negative, and it's just designed to break you down. So, the best thing you can do is just think positive. Always think positive, no matter what. Always look for the light in the darkness. Always just try to strive to do the best that you can and never give up, no matter what. Always keep trying, because even on the darkest night, there's a brighter day. Period.
But why does that happen?
Why does what happen?
Why does the inevitable happen, even though you do the best you can?
And what is the inevitable?
The inevitable is you either fail or you succeed, no matter how hard you try.
I mean,
No matter how humble you are, no matter how easygoing you are, bad things always happen. Why is that?
Because in life, nothing comes out of price. You gotta understand, nothing comes out of price.
But isn't it easy to fall into social media and social pressure?
It's always easy. But with the right knowledge, and it goes back again with the right kind of people, the right knowledge, they're gonna teach you that social media is all fabricated and all bull crap. Half the things they put on social media, people don't believe. They just use that for likes. Social media is very funny. It could be your worst friend and your best enemy the way you use it right.
But isn't that in life? Doesn't that whole lesson conflict with life itself? Not just social media?
Detail.
In other words, can't you find someone that could be your best friend, intention-wise, but actually turn out to be the devil in disguise?
Yes, but the power of God and the knowledge and the right, and anything demonic.
But the question is, how do you know you found God if even the devil was once an angel?
Because when you found God, you can't speak about it. When you know you found God, you found salvation, but it's nothing to speak about.
Not even, I mean, of course, there's always going to be trials and tribulations. That's just how it is. Like, if you notice, all the great people in the Bible had to go through the illest struggles before they got the greatest victories. You're always going to have trials and tribulations as long as you live on this earth, because it's just that this earth is just not perfect. All you can do is just try your best and just deal with the hand you've been dealt. I mean, yes, of course, like, some people go through more things and some people go through harder things, but everybody struggles. There's nobody on this earth that doesn't struggle. If you notice, like, the richest person can be so lonely and sad, and the poorest person can be so happy and rich in life because they have, like, their family. They have people who really love them. Everybody's gonna have their trials and tribulations. You just gotta think positive, do the best you can. Period. And let God handle everything else.
So let me paint a scenario.
Yes.
A kid goes through school, goes through elementary, junior high school, college, right? And gets a good job, gets a good life. His friend, on the other hand, goes through the easy life and chooses scamming and all this other upcoming stuff. Now, both of them have a decent life. Problem is, one of them is jealous. Who do you think is jealous the most between them, and why?
For one, okay, I'm gonna say the one who goes. I'm gonna do it from both sides. The one who goes to college and does everything the right way probably will be jealous of his friend who scams and does all this bad stuff because his friend is getting like everything now.
Mm-hmm.
And quick, and he's getting all the girls and everything, and like life is fun. But the problem with that is when his friend, the same guy who's doing all the bad stuff, when he gets older, life is gonna get harder. While the dude was doing everything good, yeah, his life's gonna be hard in the beginning, but when he finally gets to where he needs to be, life is gonna be good. Life is gonna be set. Basically, the way things are set up, you do everything the good way and the hard way, yeah, it's going to be a struggle. But when you finally get there, you're going to appreciate it. You're going to understand it. And it's going to be better. Do everything fast and quick. You're going to enjoy it. But there's not going to be any substance or quality. It's just going to be garbage at the end of it all.
So, Ryan, back to your point. If that is the case, why do people choose the easy life? Why not bust it behind?
People don't have to work hard.
And why is that?
And
Where do you think that root come from?
And easy stuff is more appealing. It's always how it's been.
How do you figure that?
Sell drugs, like look at all the drug dealers. Sell drugs, gold chains, women, cars. People go to college, bus probably.
But you know they struggle too.
Of course, everybody struggles.
They struggle not in financial aid, but in their own trials and tribulations.
Of course, but it's just not appealing. Anything good is not like a good girl versus a bad girl. Of course, the bad girl gonna be appealing. She dresses provocative, revealing. She does all type of naughty, nasty things. Versus the good girl, who's the girl you actually need, who probably dresses, covers up, doesn't do all those other things, but overall, she's exactly what you need.
So if that is the case, Ryan, why do you think someone craves attention versus actually does not? Mike?
Well, craving attention.
Before you do it, I'm gonna paint the scenario. Stacy, right? Pretty girl. Then there's Emily, both pretty girls. One chooses, as the kids say these days, the dot route, and one chooses the normal route. Now, who do you think the most is gonna get more likes? more views, more appealing, more attractiveness in both aspects of nature that I have left out.
The God life.
And why is that?
Because
Before you do that, why do you believe that?
Because you gotta think of it like a prize jewel. Something that you always want. Like a female, for example. You bring a female,
Mm-hmm.
You like a girl. She looks beautiful, like your high school crush.
Mm-hmm.
You always wanted to be with her.
Mm-hmm.
You finally get her, and you realize she is nothing like that you ever wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize that that's in your life, that's what you was looking for. In life, everything seems great when you don't got it. Like your car, everything that you always wanted. Now think about your wish list now, that you always wanted. When you craving for it and really want it real bad, you do anything to get it. As for attention,
Mm-hmm.
Stacy is the without one, right?
Stacy's not the top. Stacy is the regular girl.
And
Normal
Emily,
is the top.
she's the one who's crying on the inside. Because
But
she
why?
might think, huh?
But why is she crying?
Because
Because remember, you gotta understand, you're crying not because you have the emotion, but because of the reason why you're crying.
you're crying
It's
because
the root. The root
the
is
root is
something else.
self-insecurity. She insecure with her own self.
And why do
And
you
she
think that?
feels because 9 times out of 10 she never found love from her family.
And
A
why
lot
do
of
you think
men
that?
and women, and this is a deeply rooted thing, a lot of men and women, they grow up in a household where either it's a broken household, father's not there, come on the weekend, the mother is so bitter that every time she sees the son, she reminds you of the father, or father is in the household, but the father mostly cheats and play around. So he grows up seeing that,
Mm-hmm.
and they feel that that is what love and what then is. Or third scenario, father's mother and father's in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and the son or daughter watches so much movies and feel that is what love is. But to me, my sense, love has no definition. Love is just a feeling that you know when you feel that is involved, that when you feel that is involved, it's
Oh.
love is a feeling that when it's involved, you can't explain it. It's very weird.
Yeah.
As my fellow Brian comrade would speak,
What I've noticed with true love is there is no type of boundaries on it. Like the way we all have these certain guidelines and rules and lists of how we want certain things to be. That's not true love. True love is you love somebody for who they are, what they are, and y'all come together and it's just magic. Like, you can't love somebody but be afraid that when people see who you love, they're like, ew, who is that? Who the hell is that? Like, a lot of y'all are really, like, destroying your own happiness by being insecure about, like, how somebody looks or how somebody cares or whatever, like at the same time, like you gotta like just accept what you have. Like if you don't see what you have, if you don't like accept what you have and like see it for what it is, you're just gonna keep looking for things in other places when exactly what you wanted was right there in front of you. Like a lot of times it's the people you least expect, like the people you always tell yourself like, I don't know, or is the very ones that you need or the very ones who could actually make you way more happier than anybody you've ever been with has ever made you feel. So in retrospect, if you're really looking for somebody who really treats you right, if you're really looking for somebody who really loves you, stop with this whole, oh, he gotta be this, he gotta be this tall, he gotta be that tall, he gotta be this tall, all that needs to stop.
But wait.
So you
No. What if you say all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if a person's been hurt, like very hurt, heartbroken, like shattered up. Jesus. Amen. And you know, don't get behind me, as you say, you get heartbroken and shattered, and you're trying to show the woman that you care for her.
or the man.
Yeah, or man that you
Actually, no. Just say the person.
the person that you care for them. Thank you for the comment. That you care for them. And they're not seeing it. They're not opening their eyes. They'll rather be hurt than be right. You know, what do you tell the fellow person? If he's in that situation or she's in that situation, or granted on both sides, speak the truth. Speak prophets.
Okay, in a situation like that, you have to understand that, in all honesty, the only way that person will open their eyes is if they literally let go. Think of it like learning how to ride a bike. You fall, scrape your knee. Do you stop? No. You keep getting on until you find your balance. Skateboarders, they fall consistently. Every time they try a new trick, every time they try a new ramp, whatever the case may be, they keep falling. You gotta actually keep going. Yes, you've been hurt before, but eventually you will find that right one. The problem is a lot of people hold on too long. They deal with somebody, they get hurt. Let go. Why you keep going back? Why do you keep giving chances? Let go.
And there's a simple reason for that. The simple reason is that they allow themselves to endure the pain.
Because the problem is, see, it's one thing when you hold on to somebody because you like don't want to give up on them and they treat you right, but it's just they have their own faults. Versus when you hold on to somebody who is literally destroying you, like they're literally a poison. When somebody is a poison, they're literally taking your life essence from you. They're destroying you. Basically, that person's in your life and you feel sick or you feel less happier than you was when he was there. That's poison. Now, versus somebody who actually cares about you, treating you right, which I get into one little argument over something petty. But honestly, what this person has done has never been anything to hurt you. They never lied, cheat, steal, or whatever. It's just a silly argument or misunderstanding. It's not poison. That's just what people do. You argue with your mother, right? You consistently fight with your mother, right? But you know hands down, anybody puts hands on your mother, you're fighting her, right? You're fighting them, right? To protect your mother, right? Because you love your mother. That's what happens. There's nobody on this earth who's never argued with somebody or disagreed with somebody that they love. That just happens. You're going to do that. But versus somebody who's poison, who's going to destroy you and make you feel like you're less than what you are, make you feel like crap, let that go. Why would you want to feel like crap? Just because you're used to that person, let him go. Just let him go.
So, Ryan, you mentioned the word poison several times, but did you know there are actually several means of poison? That there are good poison, bad poison, neutral poison.
Of course.
And you do realize poison has many faces, right?
Of course.
So, with that being said, how do you know poison doesn't have a good face? How do you know poison doesn't have a bad face? How do you know poison is not someone who puts on a happy face, but then could actually, behind your back, just plain destroy you? How do you not know that?
Because you'll see it in the actions. The actions gonna match the words. And as time goes on, it's gonna get better and better. Simple as that. Okay, like Tupac said the best. Let somebody talk twice, just stay quiet. You'll see their true intentions. If they're not genuine about it, they will show their real face. Period. No matter what, you cannot hide what you really want to do. It's gonna come up. As God said, what's done in the dark comes to the light.
So then, why are people afraid of love?
Because
Why are they afraid? Not only afraid of love, but why are they afraid of allowing someone? Don't matter who the race is, who you like, whether you're bisexual, transsexual, lesbian, alien, whatever. Why are you afraid to allow someone who could be genuinely good for you? Why are you afraid to allow them to come into your life?
Because
Either in relationship or best friend or mentor, etc. Why are you afraid?
Because as I told my friend before that I had a conversation about that with, something new is scary. Starting over is scary. You have to relearn the person's faults. You have to relearn like the things that you have to tell them your faults, your fears. That whole thing of starting over is very scary, but to be honest with you, that's better than dealing with poison. That's better than feeling like shit. That's better than dealing with somebody who really doesn't give a fuck about you, who could care less if they lose you.
So, why are you saying starting over, right? What if you meet a person and they say everything like the last person, but you're insecure and you're inside, you can't open.
It's a simple scale. Look at the actions. Look at what the person before did and said. Look at what this person did and said. Can't lie. Actions cannot lie. You clearly seeing what they doing. Regardless of what they saying, you seeing what they doing. And if you honestly really look at every single thing and you tell yourself you have nothing to really be insecure about or afraid of, then you just have to really just look inside yourself and tell yourself, what are you going to do?